So, you're eating at a restaurant having lunch when suddenly you hear people screaming. You look out the window and see everyone running away from something. You keep eating your meal. But ripples start forming in your soup and they get wider and wider. Car alarms are ringing, glass is shattering, the ground is rumbling, the TV loses signal. Wait, no TV? You drop your spoon and get outside. You see some large dark figures crawling around and heading towards you. Your heart is pounding, your legs are shaking, yet you're standing still, and don't try to run away like the others. You've grown an impressive beard and gained a lot of muscles. You've been driving a motorcycle this whole time, helping people in exchange for food and shelter. You don't have a permanent home ever since the insects emerged. You're driving through the countryside, where vegetation has taken over urban architecture. All the billboards from the pre-insect rule are faded away and covered in vines. Abandoned factories by the road are now breeding nests for the insects. You drive by during the day, not worrying about anything, since millipedes are nocturnal creatures and they clean up on Earth's wastes. But these giant millipedes are dangerous and aggressive towards humans and attack on sight. It's getting dark, and you have no place to stay. Your only choice is to drive until you find another settlement that can host you. The sun is setting, and wait, you can hear insects crawling out to the open. You know they can already smell you. The road is rocky and muddy. You have no choice but to drive forth. It's dark now, and you can see what's in front of you only thanks to your bike's LED light. You hear the rustling sounds of the millipedes as they wake up to the sound of your bike. They launch against you, but you dodge out of their way. Some millipedes pop out from underground and try to take you with them, but you manage to escape with minimum damage to your bike. You skid through and drive in the thick forest as a shortcut to the main highway protected by watchmen. The forest is home to other giant insects that have taken over the world, like giant beetles and cockroaches, and they're always hungry. You drive out of the forest and make it to the highway. Millipedes are slow, but cockroaches are fast. They sprint after you, and all of a sudden, a trap shoots from the sides and captures the giant roach. The other insects chasing you are spooked and run away. The watchmen tie up a cockroach the size of a bus and take it to town. They reward you with some food and a place to sleep for as long as you need. You enter the town, which used to be a mall, and find yourself a resting spot. After dinner, you head to the bunk beds and try to sleep. You toss and turn but can't fall asleep. You're back at the restaurant where it all started. But this time, when you step outside, everything is covered with insects. Buildings, sidewalks, and all the stores on the inside. You're the only one standing, and you can't find a way to escape. Even people have morphed into insects. The insects swarm around you, but you wake up in the bunk bed dripping sweat. That was just another nightmare. You've been having them ever since the insects rose to power. The next day, you see everyone gathered around the town square. They're all murmuring to themselves. You make your way to the middle and see a large leg that belongs to some monster insect. It's around the length of an Olympic pool. Its body must be 10 times larger. They tell you it belongs to a scorpion. It's angry and wants revenge. So before it attacks the town at night, a few of the toughest ones in town are going to hunt it during the day when it's seeking shelter in a cave. You gear up and prepare everything you need for the trip. It's just you and 3 other volunteers who are skilled enough for this mission. You get on your bike and follow the crew to the location. Scorpions can live in almost all conditions, and this one is hiding in a large cave that was once a popular picnic resort. You drive across the countryside and mountainous region. Your brain is playing some memories of the days when you enjoyed such places without worrying about becoming insect food. After a couple of hours, you reach the destination and see the hollow where the scorpion must be hiding. Everyone gets off their bikes and wears night vision goggles to go inside. It's moist and sticky. Even with night vision goggles, it's difficult to know where you're going. You're following the team that already came across this scorpion. They're having a tough time trying to reach it. The biggest problem is that the scorpion is constantly digging new tunnels. So the spot where they originally found the scorpion is empty. It's too late to go back, so the only solution is to push forward, hoping you find the scorpion. The tunnels go deep, but the team brought some rappelling equipment to descend into the tunnels. You put yours on and go down. There's barely any oxygen, so the team brought some oxygen tanks to continue the mission. You're in hostile territory. The tunnels are small and narrow, only enough for one person to walk at a time. While the team keeps moving forward, you can't help wondering who could have dug these tunnels. The scorpion is too big, so there's gotta be something else in these caves and tunnels. You look around and try to find some clues, but the tunnels are clean. You keep making your way around and notice that some tunnels are splitting in many directions, above you and below you. No one knows where to go. Luckily, you placed a rope in the beginning. You attached it to one of the crew members so that anyone can retrace their steps easily. But you realize that someone or something has cut the rope. The tunnels start rumbling. Some rocks tumble down, and you run back to the beginning. Suddenly, you're face to face with a giant ant the size of a large dog. Its incisors can cut a watermelon in half. You have only one choice: run as fast as you can. The ants chase you, but you drop some stuff to distract them. They're smart and smell you as the grand prize. You reach a dead end and look around you. The ants are coming straight at you, but stop for some reason. Their antennas start flickering, and they immediately run away. You follow them and see that they're regrouping near their queen. It seems that this scorpion nest has now become a home for dog-sized ants. You look around and realize you lost your teammates. You can't abandon them now, so the mission becomes a rescue mission. You can't use the walkie-talkies since it'll bring too much attention to you. So you just crawl around trying to get close to the queen. She's surrounded by thousands of workers and soldier ants, protecting her and following her every command. The good news is, you see your team. The bad news is, they seem to be captured by the ants and ready to be served to the queen for lunch. You get out your bullhorn and ring a high-pitched frequency to disorient the ants. They all run around in a frenzy. Your team manages to escape and spot you. As they make their way towards you, the giant scorpion barges through the deep tunnels and crashes the party. All the ants go into defense mode before attacking. Thousands of dog-sized ants versus a scorpion the size of a ferry. There's no safe place for you to watch this epic showdown, so you and the team escape back into the safety of daylight. One thing is for sure, the scorpion destroyed the ant's nest, and the ants got rid of the scorpion. None of them will be a threat to the community any longer. On the drive home, you see some peaceful insects scouting around the land and eating some vegetation in the nearby fields. You tell the team to head back to the base. You stop your bike on a cliffside and watch the sunset. Then, a shadow creeps on you from behind. You turn around and see a human morphed with insect features approaching you like a zombie. There are dozens of them. You rush to town to warn everyone.